Hello everyone, I am Sneha, lecturer, Department of Christian Assistant, SMS College of Allied Science. Today I am going to teach about Raynaud's syndrome. Introduction. Raynaud's syndrome, also known as Raynaud's phenomenon. Here is the image of Raynaud's phenomenon. It involves the episodic vasospasm of peripheral blood vessels. Peripheral blood vessels means blood vessels which is present in our upper limb and lower limb such as hands and legs. Episodic vasospasm means repeated episodes of constriction of blood vessels in the peripheral blood vessel leads to Raynaud's syndrome. It mainly affects the fingers and toes, causing color changes such as white, blue and red, triggered by cold or stress. Due to cold or stress, it is commonly occurs in our fingers and toes. Here is the image of Raynaud's syndrome. In first stage, skin turns white as blood flow is restricted. Once the blood flow is restricted in the peripheral blood vessels, it will turn the skin into white. Then the skin turns blue as blood vessels reacts. Once the blood vessel reacts, the skin turns into blue. In third stage, skin turns into red as blood flow returns. If the blood flow returns as normal, the skin turns as red as normal. Types. There are two types in Raynaud's syndrome. The first one is primary Raynaud's, the second one is secondary Raynaud's. In primary Raynaud's, it is idiopathic. There is no underlying cause for this particular condition. More common in benign and typical symmetrical, affects the both sides of the body equally. It is a typical symmetrical, so it is affecting the body's both sides equally. Usually begins at younger individuals such as age between 15 to 13. It's most commonly affecting the woman. Next one is secondary Raynaud's. In secondary Raynaud's, it is associated with underlying conditions such as connective tissue disorder, vascular diseases or external factors. Connective tissue disorders means in our body there are 4 types of tissues present. That one type is connective tissue. Due to connective tissue disease it will occur, and also vascular disease. If any problems in our blood vessel means it will also cause secondary Raynaud's, or external factors such as cold or stress. Tend to be more severe, asymmetrical. It will not similar in both sides of the body. It is asymmetrical and occurs later in life and also after the age of 30. The primary Raynaud's affecting the young individuals, the age between 15 to 30. The secondary Raynaud's affecting the older individuals above the 30 years. Pathogenesis. There are 3 steps in Raynaud's syndrome. First one is vasospasm. In vasospasm, overactivation of sympathetic nervous system or local vascular dysfunction causes constriction of small arteries or arterioles. From the brain, there is a division called sympathetic nervous system. Overactivation of this particular system affecting our blood vessels in fingers and toes, as in small arteries, and also vascular dysfunction. If any dysfunctions occurs in blood vessels, it will also leads to constriction of small arteries or arterioles in our fingers and toes. Endothelial dysfunction, impaired nitric oxide protection reduces the vasodilation. It will reduce the blood vessel dilatation. In secondary Raynaud's, additional mechanisms include fibrosis or structural vessel damage will also lead to this particular condition. Here is the image of Raynaud's syndrome. First, our skin turns white due to constriction of smaller blood vessels. Then it turns into blue by the reaction of blood vessels. Then it turns as red once the blood flow returns as normal. The classic triphasic color change reflects. Here is the image. In image A, the skin turns white. In image B, the skin turns blue. In image C, it turns red. Pale or white. Vasoconstriction or reduced blood flow turns the skin into white or paler. Next one is cyanosis, blue. Degeneration of stagnant blood, deoxygenation of stagnant blood causes our skin turns into blue. Next one is rhubarb, red. Reactive hyperemia upon rewarming. Resupply of normal blood flow turns our skin into red. Causes of primary Raynaud's is unknown. Genetic predisposition may play a role. Due to genetics also it will occur. Secondary Raynaud's, connective tissue diseases and vascular disease, any abnormality in blood vessel also causing secondary Raynaud's. Occupational factors such as cold environments, stress environments will also lead to Raynaud's. Certain medications or drugs will cause secondary Raynaud's. In the clinical presentation of Raynaud's, warm, triggering, tingling or throbbing in the affected part, abnormal sensation, feeling cold or numbness in this particular part, color changes such as white, blue, and then finally turns into red. Skin ulcers or gangrene will appear in future. Epidemiology, approximately 3 to 5% of population affecting by Raynaud's syndrome. Primary Raynaud's affecting in ages between 15 to 30, secondary Raynaud's affecting 30s to 40. More common in women comparing to men. Clinical presentation, episodic attacks triggered by cold or stretch, color changes in fingers, toes, ears or nose, white, blue, then it turns into red. Numbness or tingling, abnormal sensation or pain during attacks, especially in third phase, rewarming phase. In that particular phase, the skin turns into red. Duration, this attacks usually last 15 to 20 minutes and also persist longer in severe cases. Primary Raynaud's, symmetrical, it will affect both sides of the body similar, no tissue damage, and normal nullified capillaroscopy. There is a particular test which is performed to diagnose Raynaud's syndrome. In secondary Raynaud's, it is asymmetry, both sides are not similar and it will also cause ulcers, gangrene or digital pitting due to ischemia. Vascular studies and cold stimulation test, these are the diagnostic methods to investigate the Raynaud's syndrome. In vascular studies, Doppler ultrasound to access the blood flow to rule out the occlusive disease. If any occlusion present, it will also cause Raynaud's. By using Doppler ultrasound, we will identify the occlusion and also blood flow of that particular part. Next is cold stimulation test. This is rarely used, monitor to response for cold exposure. Here is the image of particular investigative method. Management for this Raynaud's syndrome, the first management is sympathectomy. Due to overactivation of sympathetic nervous system, Raynaud's syndrome occurs. So we have to do cervical or digital sympathectomy to cuts down the sympathetic nerves to reduce the vasospasm. Indications, persistent symptoms unresponsive to medical therapy. If the patient is not responding to medical therapy means we have to go for surgical management to correct the ischemia. Outcomes, it will only give temporary relief, months to years. Recurrence is common. Here is the image of sympathectomy. Next is microvascular surgery. In revascularization or arterial bypass for occlusive disease, if any occlusion present in smaller arteries, we have to remove that occlusion and perform revascularization or bypass to provide the normal blood flow for that particular region. Next is amputation. In amputation, last resort for gangrene or non-healing ulcers. If the Raynaud's syndrome causing ulcers or gangrene means we have to cut down the particular part to prevent the severe tissue loss. Here is the image of amputation. Next is botulinum toxin injection. This particular injection injected into digital arteries to reduce the vasospasm. It is an invasive method but not a surgical option. Emerging evidence suggests benefits in severe. Here is the image of botulinum toxin injection in that particular region. Summary,